a good afternoon, a good morning, or even good evening to you, no matter where you are in the world. You are all welcome, and I'm delighted to bring you a drum lesson on behalf of Evans Drumheads. My name is Craig Blundell. I'm a pretty busy touring and recording artist. I'm currently out on tour with Steve Hackett, and I've recently done Steven Wilson, both live and in the studio, Frost, Lonely Robot, and countless other more progressive bands. I'm at the more busy end of the spectrum when it comes to what I do for a living. At the moment, that does change quite a lot during the course of my working week or month or year. I'm currently recording today, and it's fairly heavyweight, more progressive stuff, so I'm bringing all of the drums and all of the cymbals. But foundation, for me, is the most important thing for any drummer. If you're a young guy watching this, and don't troll me, because I'm going to do some real basic stuff, and you'll be like, I can do it. We can all do what I'm about to do today, but it's actually really difficult to do it well. Do it really, really well and sustain a living by doing it, playing time, essentially. So I'm going to strip back all this stuff and concentrate essentially on kick, snare, hats. And I'm going to look at foundation. Now, foundation, once again, if you scour the internet, I always think about drums or when it comes to music as essentially building a house. You can build the most beautiful mansion, but if you don't have foundation, the thing's going to fall apart. So, I've seen so many great drummers over the years that I've seen go into the studio and fall apart because they've got oodles of facility when it comes to chops. But when it comes to real sound, tone, movement of limbs, a producer in your ear saying, just pull the hi-hat back, push the kick forward, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people fall apart. So it's really important to always visit your basics. Really important. I try and do it on every tour because, essentially when I'm on, a long tour, I've just finished a 9 or a 10 week tour, you can get into a rut with your playing. So it's always really nice to get into a routine, a practice routine. Now, my practice routine, the chops I've done all that for years and years and years. My practice routine now involves me playing better time and having a better sound. So we only probably have 10 minutes to get through this, and this is a very, very long lesson. I could talk for ages, and I wish you were all in the same room and we could interact with this one. But this is all about ghost notes. Now, people, what are ghost notes, first and foremost? And forgive me if you know all of this that I'm going to teach you over the next 10 minutes, but it's always a nice reminder to go back and revisit the basics and become a better timekeeper. Ghost notes are the notes in between the backbeat. Now, the backbeat being the second beat, or if you're prog, 7.5 or 9.5, if I'm between kick and snare, so the kick is the 1, the snare is the 2. Now, I've seen so many great drummers teach this over time, and I had a real rude awakening years and years and years ago in a studio, and where I was really found out for overplaying. And I was putting loads of ghost notes in, the notes in between the backbeat. And it's great to have that, but a lot of music doesn't rely on that or have a need for that. Now, ghost notes can also, if you grid them, and I urge you to record yourself as often as possible as well. Listen back to yourself. Listen back to the 2 and 4, but listen what's going on with the more waffly side of things. So if you're putting loads of twiddly hi-hats in and snare drums, make sure they're on a grid. Now, the reason I say that, and don't get me wrong, once again, don't troll me with this. Music is organic. Yes, it should speed up and slow down. It's all part of the process, and it's great to be able to push and think, oh, my band's speeding up, let's bring it back, or my limbs are just getting away from me, bring it back. A lot of modern music, gone are the days of massive record company budgets where you're in a studio for 3, 4, 5 months with a producer all the time. They want quick results. So, and a lot of the time, dare I say it, a producer will find an 8-bar or 4-bar, 16-bar phrase you played and want to loop that again. He'll want to loop it. So he'll take that. He'll put the magic scissors on it. He'll take it, drop it on bar 9, and if my kick is slightly in front or my kick is lagging from bar 8, etc., you're going to get this ba-dum, get ba-dum. And he's going to have to get the quantize button out. And, that's fine. That's part of the process. I don't necessarily love that side of things when you're being copy-pasted, but it is the way it is, and it is part of the industry nowadays for certain genres of music where they'll just take that bar. I love that simple bar. We're going to have that, and that'll be your verse. You can play the most beautiful stuff, fill it full of ghost notes, and it's just like, oh, you're getting in the way of the synth, you're getting in the way of the top line, etc. So you have to be mindful of that. Also, ghost notes can speed up and slow down. So you could say, oh, my kick sounds great. My snare sounds fantastic on that grid, but something's not quite sitting. And that sometimes a ghost note will slightly shuffle. And we'll talk about that in a second, of how a ghost note can change the feel of a piece of music. So ghost notes, let's have a look. Let's go real basics now. I'm going to give you 2 beats, okay? 1 E and a 2 E and a 16th. I don't count like that, and I know I'm wrong. So once again, don't troll me. It's 8 notes, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've just developed my own system for counting and colors and shapes to get me through as many recordings and tours as I possibly can. I don't sit down and go 1 E and a 2 E and some a 3rd E there. I just see it as numbers, and so please do forgive me. I'll try and go back to how I was taught of 1 E and a 2 E and a. So all I would like to do is play 8 notes with hats. We'll look at dynamics on another lesson. And I want you to displace the ghost note from the 1st note right the way through to the 8th. So essentially, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I won't put a backbeat in there, so I won't put a backbeat in yet. So I just want you to play the 1st note. Second. The and. The a. And the second, the backbeat essentially, or the 5th note. And that's where we're going to stay. 5th, 6th, so there's all your ghost note as single possibilities through that 2/4 break. So first things first, great limb practice. Getting that down. Also getting the limb to fall, or getting the snare drum to fall on the kick. Guaranteed a lot of time you'll get that. Now we're going to put a backbeat in. So you can hear when it's slightly moved, the difference it makes to a group. It makes it go, oh, that's weird. Don't like that. Ever so slightly, ever so slightly. Now I'm going to go right through the whole spectrum. So we've got 1, the E, the and, the a. The second beat, the E, the and, and the a. Will be it. Now, if I decide to move the distance between that ghost note and the downbeat, or the ghost note forwards or backwards, it changes the feel ever so slightly. So if we take the or E and a, the or E and a, the a, God, that's the 4th note, the 4th 16th note. Playing it straight. See how close you can get that ghost note to the downbeat of the second beat. So that will change the feel so much. So it's starting to swing ever so slightly. Because you may be in the studio and say, right, that ghost note sounds mega, but can you straighten it out? What do you mean by that? Well, can you pull it towards the hi-hat, or can you push it towards the downbeat? The snare drum. So it's a whole different echelon of feel straight away, just by 1 note. Now, another way you can look at ghost notes is just getting your left hand working, is go with the 1, the 1E, the 1E and the 1E and a. So you're playing 1, there's 2 notes together, 3 notes together, 4 notes, 5 notes, 6, 7, before you're playing 8 notes. So you'll have this, you'll have the 1, then 2, awful, so bad. And then I'd look at 6 notes. 7, and finally the 8. Once again, if I'm taking those 8 ghost notes, I can decide the spacing in between these notes. I'll bring it back tempo-wise a little bit so you can hear it. It's really hard. You can straighten it, you can swing it, you can, oh God, that's so hard. So my name's Craig. I've just started playing drums, so forgive me. It's really difficult. Now you can also do it with both hands. You can also do it with both hands, or you can see that I'm playing 8th notes. I'm just playing straight or 8th notes. Once again, once you get this, and do work on it, because it will kick your backside every single time, as you've just seen. And I'm not going to delete that, so you can see, hopefully, what a maybe respected pro can have a really bad day, and it's really hard. So it's always go back. You can do all that. Brilliant. But when it comes to that, make it breathe, move it out organically. Another one that I really like as well, another one that I also really like, is taking a 4-note ghost pattern. So the first note, the second, the third, and the fourth. And if you're playing 16ths, substitute them. So if I've got 16ths, I've got 16ths. So I just play groups of 4. I'll substitute the first note for that, and then I would look at the second. So once again, 4-note pattern: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. It's going to fall on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will take the third note. So you'll have 1, 2. Or the 4th note. Etc, etc, etc. So my 10 minutes are up. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you see, it's really difficult. It's really difficult, and it's always humbling to go back and think, yeah, that was tricky. Something so basic to make you a better timekeeper. So next time you sit and you play drums and you're thinking about all the that's brilliant. That's absolutely awesome to have that in the locker. But always think, what is the music going to dictate? What is needed for that piece of music? Strip it right back. Go back to all 8 ghost notes. Go through all your foundation, all your leading hand patterns. And I guarantee, and all I'm doing there is putting 1 kick in. You can do some crazy stuff that can tie yourself in knots with the basic. Chops are brilliant. But essentially, I personally think if you want longevity, however you pronounce it in music, there's no substitute for having good time, because that's what the audience dance to. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to working with you again soon.